I'm Johanna, me, my dog and books. I've actually got two dogs. There's Lucy. Lucy? Oh, Lucy is going where I had them. Where I had the phone camera standing. Don't you grill out, Lucy. Oh, it's got your little squint. So, oh. A wee bit squint. Now you've got Lucy's head right here. So welcome. welcome back to my channel. This is the beginning of another weekend reading vlog with Lucy's huge head. It's very quiet. It's early this morning and you're a bit squint on me now because but this is just the nature in it. You're yawning in my face, Lucy. So in this weekend reading vlog, Patty, I know what you eat when you're out there, so you know. I am currently, it's early morning, so I've been awake maybe for an hour and a half or something. I'm currently reading Red River 7 by A.J. Ryan, which is a buddy read with some of my friends on Instagram. It came in my abominable book club box, which is a horror subscription box. I would say this, well, it says full of action and suspense. Red River 7 is Apocalypse Now meets Resident Evil. So at the moment, I'm just going to finish and catch up on pages. Thanks, Lucy. I'll try and put you a bit higher so you don't see Lucy's head. I don't know if that's as high. Right. There we go. You're also still, but ski with. If Lucy moves, you're falling. Really interesting concept. So what's happened is there's six. Yeah. So 6 people wake up on a boat at sea. Whoa. Lucy, gonna not knock that over. I think I stopped recording you there. Anyway, I think I stopped recording you there when I was trying to sort the... That's Lucy's just giving you a sniff. Stop it. 6 people wake up in a boat at sea, have no memory of who they are and why they're there, but they all have a mixture of guns and knives, and as you can imagine, all very on edge and maybe ready to kill. Also, like one of the people in the boat is already dead, so they're kind of, and I think it's set in Britain because they start talking about where they are. Patty, I know what you ate yesterday, so no. So it's really interesting. So I'll read a bit of the, when a message appears on the onboard computer proceeding to point A, the group agrees to work together to survive whatever is coming. But as the boat moves through the mist-shrouded waters, divisions begin to form. Who is directing them and to what end? Why can't they remember anything? And what are the screams that they can hear beyond the mist? I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to read up to page, I think today's pages for up to date is 163. Lucy's just sitting right here looking at me. The two of you want to be on screen, Patty? No. I love you bits, but I saw what you ate yesterday and I don't want that. I've got some new books to show you. Some I've bought second hand. One I got an ARC advanced reader copy of. Oh, I'm getting Lucy's paw. But I have the whole week off work, so I might try and do quite a lot of content this week. For you, maybe record a little bit of video, so this weekend reading vlog might go on till Monday. Could be a long one. Not sure that you'd want that. Anyway, this week, well, one of the reasons I'm taking the week off is to try and get the garden project sorted. The garden project being about a year, let's say about a year or 18 months ago, we got rid of. I'm putting you here. Lucy be in the picture. Right, in you come, look, there we go. In you come. So over, try to point what way it would be. Over there. No. I can't. Over there in the garden is where we removed 3/4 of our decking, and currently it's just a pile of mud now. So we've bought some type 1 gravel, whatever that is, and a whacker plate. We've not bought that, we've hired it. My brother-in-law's coming over to help. He's very DIY, so he's a firefighter. So he's finishing his night shift and coming straight over to help us, because we're not very DIY. My other half has back issues because of his arthritis. Hey! So wouldn't be able to do a lot of the labour. So that is the plans. Also seeing some friends, going to the library, meeting up with some of my book group tomorrow for a cup of coffee and cake. Possibly a trip to Waterstones, so I'll let you know. Anyway, lots of things going on this weekend that I'll take you along with, and hope you enjoy watching. And the kids clearly wanted to be in from the very beginning, didn't you guys? So I'm going to finish my... Lucy gets attention too. Be nice. It's all growling, nothing with patty cakes, isn't it? Peppermint. So I'm gonna finish my vanilla chai tea, the plainest mug I have. Snuggle season. It's always snuggle season. Finish some pages in my book, then walk these guys. And my brother-in-law should be here in an hour and a half, so I need to start working. I'm also going to get a last minute tattoo addition to my forearm, I think. The tattoo studio I go to, doing a charity day. I'm doing a charity day, so one of the tattooists that I've done a couple of my ankle tattoos was doing a nice design, so I'm going along there. Hey, this might take you along to that. But meanwhile, I'm going to get these doggos. You're desperate for your breakfast, but you need to have a walk first, okay? Because that's the routine. Anyway, hope you enjoy watching. So this is the before. Brother-in-law's helping. Patty's not helping. So let's see how much work we get done. Putting the membrane down now. That's my wee path for my wheelbarrow. I'm not sure how long that'll work. Hello! It's Sunday. Saturday was a very busy day. If you can hear like bumbling voice noises, it's because at 08 she's making dinner downstairs. It's his turn. And he's listening to a podcast really loudly, so there's lots of talky voices. I'm hiding up here in the bedroom because I've got snacks. And if you spend any time with Lucy and Patty, you know you never eat alone when it comes to snacks, and they just like look at you and Lucy's rebels. So I'll try not just sit here and eat at you. But yesterday, as you'll have seen, because I was doing quite a bit of manual labour in the garden, I didn't get much time to video. But a couple of snippets, and then I went to the female-owned and female-run tattoo studio that I go to because they were having a charity day to raise funds for, I can't say the name, it's a long medical name for like a type of benign brain tumour awareness the owner's son has, and so she was raising money at the charity day for tattoos and piercings, and also for the particular unit at the hospital that her son gets treatment. So I got, I'll not show you it right now, put a picture here, because I've literally just cleaned it and put lots of aftercare cream on, so it maybe doesn't look the nicest right now. It's a wee bit tender, but I don't mind getting it. I don't normally feel it too much. My tattoos don't really hurt when I get them, but it is currently healing itself. So that was yesterday, and then I picked up pizzas after that, and because I'd done so much manual labour in the garden, sat down, had the pizzas, attempted to, well, spent most of the evening because my brother-in-law stayed over because he was helping me with the garden stuff, and so we mostly scrolled through the TV looking at what we could watch and things to add to our list as opposed to watching anything. Well, certainly by the time I went to bed, because I was knackered. And then got up this morning and walked the doggos and stripped the beds, then hoofed it, walked to the tree because the other half was playing golf. So walked to the train station and went into town to meet my book group, or some of my book group, not all of the book group, the ones that could make it, for coffee and cake in Waterstones bookstore. So that was nice because we've not seen each other in person for a long time, because we do ever since COVID, we now do our meetings on Zoom, which is fine, but there's been loads of stuff that people have been dealing with in our group, unwell family members and stuff like that. So book group's not really been on since October. We've been keeping in touch, but we've not really had our meetings and stuff. So it was nice to catch up in person. And we've got a June date for our next book group meeting, which will be online, and we've picked our next book, which of course I had to go and buy when I was in Waterstones. So I'll show you now. Now, I adore this author. I've read loads of books by this author. However, the author's book before this one, which I think was called Hamnet, I did not get on with at all. Pretty much everybody in book group loved it apart from me. I DNF'd it because I really struggled with the writing style. And it is Maggie O'Farrell, and it's her most recent one, which was shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2023. I don't know if it won it, can't remember who won. And it's The Marriage Portrait. It's a chunky one. So I might do a wee bit of, no, but actually the text isn't too bad. So as far as I know, it's historical fiction, set in 16th century, so the 1550s in Florence, or 1560. Oh, let me read the synopsis to you. In the winter of 1561, Lucrezia, Duchess of Ferrara, is taken on an unexpected visit to a country villa by her husband, Alfonso. As they sit down to dinner, it occurs to her that their journey to this lonely place has a sinister purpose. He intends to kill her. Ooh. That sounds... I had no idea what this was about. That's par for the course with most books. For me, The Marriage Portrait is the story of a singular young woman who must battle for survival amidst the splendour and treachery of the Italian Renaissance. As I said, I love Maggie O'Farrell's writing. The only anomaly for me is Hamnet, which I did not love, but don't listen to me because most people do love it. Let me see, because normally it lists the books that they've written before, and I'll tell you which ones. So it doesn't.
Does it? Normally there's, you know how like in books, there's normally a bit that says like lists all the other books that they've written. This one doesn't. Maybe in the back. I am. That's phenomenal. But content warnings for that is it's non-fiction of her 7 or something near-death experiences. The Vanishing Act of Esme Lennox was my first Maggie O'Farrell book years ago, and I adored it. The Hand That First Held Mine, I think I've read. I'm not 100% sure. Well, actually, Hamnet was the winner of the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2020. So again, don't listen to me when it comes to Hamnet. I really struggled with the writing style, really struggled with it. And of course, the sticker's not on it, although it doesn't come off. This was in the buy one get one half price pile, so I had to get another book, of course. And so I got one that is actually shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction, and I've got a request on it at my library, so I can remove that request. But it was probably one of the there was only a handful of books in the Women's Prize for Fiction that I liked the sound of, and this was one of them. I've just managed to get the sticker. Buy one get one half price sticker off. I hate stickers on my books, but it's got another one that I can't get off because it's printed on it, and it's Ordinary Human Failings by Nolan. So I'll read you the synopsis. Book of the year for the Times, Sunday Times, Dazed and New Statesman. It's 1990 in London, and after the death of a young girl on an estate, the finger of suspicion is pointing at one reclusive Irish family, the Greens. At their heart sits Carmel, beautiful, otherworldly, and once destined for a future beyond her circumstances, until life and love got in her way. Now, as the scandal unfolds, she must confront the secrets and silences that have trapped her family for so many generations. A gripping, and it just sounds right up my street. It's actually not that long. Let me see. 220 pages. So, of course, going to Waterstones, must buy books. I was quite restrained, I have to say. And currently reading this. Oh no, I told you about this, didn't I? Red River 7. I told you about this yesterday. Oh my god, I can't remember. Anyway, I think I have, but if I haven't, it's about 7 people amnesiacs wake up in a boat with guns and knives, and they're trying to figure out who the heck they are and why they're there. And there also seems to be this big mist. They're in the River Thames, I think, in London, or near London, and yeah, we think there's some sort of like virus or something, outbreaks happened. Anyway, no idea. It is full of action and suspense, to be fair, to an extent. It's really the kind of dystopian sort of kind of book I normally really like, but for some reason I'm finding myself skimming bits. But it's described as Apocalypse Now meets Resident Evil. So I'll hopefully finish that by tomorrow, and I'll tell you about it, because I'm off next week. So this weekend reading vlog is rolling on to Monday. Because I can. Because it's still my weekend. Anyway, hopefully I actually get to watch something tonight, as opposed to just... Do you know what I fancy watching? Fantastic Fungi. I think it's a documentary show, or documentary movie, possibly on Netflix, not 100% sure, about the amazingness of mushrooms. So if I get to watch that, I'll let you know about it tomorrow. So it's Bank Holiday Monday here in Scotland, so although I've got the whole week off work, yeah, because of the garden project, so
I'm nearly finished The Family Experiment by John Marr, so I'll speak to you that a bit later. And me and the OH are about to go and pick up some railway sleepers for the garden project. Oh. Anyway, I've just been got my food shop, so I'll need to do that later as well. Put all that away, wash the fruit and veg. So, come with us. We're hiring a van. Oh, so we're in a big van. We've hired a big van. Off to get the railway sleepers. The OH is driving.
Preston North End or Rochdale? Final question.
Hello friends! Well, this weekend reading vlog is nearly turning into a week-long vlog. Oh, get notifications. So, garden project, as you know, will be ongoing this week. Don't worry, I'll end this vlog soon. But I have just been to my local library. I also picked up a new friend. It's a clematis from the local hardware store. But wait, to show you what I got. Right, first and foremost, I want to thank the lovely Heather, who watches. She'd seen on my Instagram stories that one of my friends had reviewed this book, and I shared it, and I was like, oh my god, I need it. And she kindly replied to say that she had ordered a copy, but I think 2 had came. So she was happy to pass it on, and weirdly enough, her mum works in one of the libraries I often do my library reserves and pickups. So she left it for me. And it's the kindest thing ever. She's got a wee sticky note. But I'll take the sticky note off just now so I can show you the book. It is Glasgow Boys by Margaret McDonald. I've heard a lot of stuff around this. I actually have no great idea of what it's about. Is someone... Oh, I'm in a car park and someone's car alarm's gone off. It's not mine. 2 boys can't remember the last time they had a hug. Right. So it's meet Finlay, meet Banjo. Finlay is studying for his nursing degree at Glasgow University against all the odds, but coming straight from care means he has no support network. How can he write essays, find paid work and not fall for the beautiful boy at uni when he's struggling to even feed himself? And then meet Banjo. He's trying to settle into a new foster family and finish high school, but he can't forget all that has happened, and his anger and fear keep boiling over. How can he hold on to one good person in his life when his outbursts keep threatening his already uncertain future? Tenderness itself, a song to love and friendship. Stunning, hopeful, heartbreaking and ultimately joyful. It sounds amazing. Thank you so much. So I'm going to read this pretty soon because Heather also told me that the author is doing a free book event in Glasgow in July. So I'm hoping to go to that. I was also picking up books. So finally got Hangman by Binyam, which is shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction. It's not too long. It's only a 2-week one, no, because of that. I'll read you the synopsis, which me I'm trying to do. So sorry for the shaky cam because I'm doing this one-handed. A man returns home to sub-Saharan Africa after 26 years living in exile in America. When he arrives, he finds that he doesn't recognise the country or anyone in it. Thankfully, someone at the airport knows him, a man who calls him brother. As they travel to this man's house, the purpose of his visit comes into focus. He is here to find his real brother who is dying. Hangman is a tragicomic journey through homecoming and loss. It is hilarious and twisted odyssey peopled by phantoms and tricksters, aid workers and taxi drivers, the relatives and riddles that lead this man along a circuitous, don't know how to say that, path. Someone's getting in the car next to me. I'll probably learn what she's doing in the car. Path towards truth. This is the strangely honest story of one man's search for refuge in this world and the one that lies beyond it. I'm very excited about that one. And the other one was one I had in reserve because it's a new Claire Douglas. I just read a Claire Douglas last month. It was a good old thriller. So this one is called The Wrong Sister. Every family has secrets, some more deadly than others. Let's see what it's about. Don't worry, I won't read the full synopsis. People watch me reading books in the car to my phone. You've known her all your life, or have you? Tasha and her older sister Alice might look alike, but they couldn't be more different. Tasha's married with 2 children and still live in her hometown near Bristol, whilst Alice is a high-flying scientist travelling the world with her equally successful husband, but each would trust the other with their life. So when Tasha and husband Aaron want a break and Alice offers to stay in their home with the kids, Tasha knows they're in safe hands, but she couldn't be more wrong. The call from home is unexpected and Alice and her husband Kyle have been attacked. Alice is in intensive care. Kyle is dead. Rushing to Alice's bedside, Tasha finds the police trying to piece events together. She can't think why anyone would attack her sister. Then the notes arrive addressed to Tasha. It was supposed to be you. Oh, this looks good. But both of these are on 2-week loans. And I've already had to say to the librarian, she was very nice about it, I was like, please don't give me any trouble. Oh, I've got 2 books that are overdue that I can't renew because there's reserves on it. So I promised to read them really quickly. That might be May's TBR is getting switched up then. And then I'm so excited about this. So next, shaky hands, sorry about this. It's like I'm a roving reporter. Oh no, I'll not do that. Next, me and my plant. Also, in the comments, I like to name my plants, so if you can think of a name for Montana Rubens Superba Clematis, let me know. I don't know where to plant her, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, now I am going to somewhere on my sat nav, which is maybe 20 minutes from here, to a person's garden because they were giving away shrubs in their garden for free to anyone who wanted. So it was through Gumtree. It's like, I don't know if you're American, it's like Craigslist, I think. So, or overseas, I know like Gumtree, I think it's just UK, I don't know. So I'm going there and to dig up some shrubs, but the person is called Kay, I think. So soon find out if she's a legit seller or this is the beginning of a true crime documentary. So there's a work in progress. I've managed to rescue a few plants that I've plotted that hopefully can go in here. This bit's coming together. And look, I've got the railway sleepers down. We need to get more chips, although that might have to be another payday. And so today I'm going to dig up, turn over some of that soil, and I need to paint some of the fence there and some of the fence here because that's what came down in the storm, so it needs repainted. So we're getting there. Strawberries and some more plants. So I'll give you further updates in future weekend reading vlogs, but that's a garden update. It's a work in progress, but it's getting there. Progress has been made in the garden. Excuse my washing line there. Look, it's getting there. Everything's all mowed. So this has been varnished. Next steps will be turning all this over to try and plant stuff, and we need to get the top level chips for this as well, but we're getting there. More washing. That's real life. And there's nothing quite like having your feet in the grass. And here's some of the plants that I got. I've put them in pots, some of the free ones. And then these acers were only £5. And so I'm waiting until they've established themselves. I don't know if these will, they're not looking too hot, but we'll wait and see. And I replanted that tree, as I might have mentioned. It's 50-50 chance of it surviving. Anyway, so I better wrap this vlog up before it's a week-long vlog instead of a weekend. Anyway, this has been a very long vlog, so, well, I don't know if it will be by the time I edit together because I don't know how much of it's usable. I thought I'd better talk to you about the 2 books that I've finished. It's nearly tea time, so I've got chips in the air fryer, as in fries, and leftover vegan mac and cheese for dinner. The sun coming in, it's going to be a nice few days, I think. Anyway, the kids were at the groomers the other day. She always does a wee photo shoot with them afterwards. Look at them! But in true Patty style, she's been out with the dog walker today and rolled in poo. So she's now going up for a bath. It was only 24 hours ago she got a full on shampoo and set. Anyway, this book I read, it was a buddy read, so I got it from Abominable book subscription, which is my horror book subscription. It's called Red River 7 by AJ Ryan. So it's described as, let's see, full of action and suspense. Red River 7 is an Apocalypse Now meets Resident Evil. So you meet these like 7 people, wake up on a boat on water. They can't remember who they are and why they're there, and they all have weapons, and then they start to realise like one's a doctor, they start to realise like what kind of specialisms they maybe have. I think one was in the army or something like that. Anyway, so it starts on really well, and like you're trying to suss out why they're there, and then you realise they've been sent on a mission, but their memories have been removed for a reason, and there may be this bigger sort of crisis that's occurred, and because they discover that they're on the River Thames heading into London, and there's this big thing that's happened to civilization. Oh, I think somebody's reversing it. So it has all the ingredients for something that I would really like, but for some reason I found myself like there was bits where I was getting really into it, and then I was kind of feeling a bit disengaged, and I don't know if it was the writing style or what it was. It was still really interesting. I would recommend it when the subject matter. The other friend that I was reading with really did like it, so if that sounds like kind of dystopian action book, then check that out. And then finally finished The Family Experiment by John Mars, which will be out by the time you see this because it's out on the 9th of May. This is so good. This is, I can't remember if it's his 5th or 4th. He's done The Passengers, Minders, the Marriage Act, and so this one here, yeah, it's the 5th, I think, of his speculative fiction. The other genre he writes is thriller. And this is so good. I adored The Marriage Act when it came out last year. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. And this one is similarly good. So you imagine a world, near future Britain, where cost of living is so dire that there's families that just can't afford to raise their family. So they send them off in small boats to mainland Europe and have their memory wiped and whatever. So that's a kind of subplot, even though it's a big plot line, because the main thing here is The Family Experiment is a reality TV show that's been set up because it is so expensive for people to have kids, and people are either not able to have kids, can't afford it, or they end up later on in life and they can't afford to raise their kids. There's this reality TV show where there are 11 contestants and they have 9 months to win the perfect child. So they are all given, there's a couple of couples, a single person, and they've been shortlisted and they're being watched a bit like Truman Show-esque and being voted on and stuff like that, where they're raising a virtual child in the metaverse. You can see how this stuff could actually happen. And as you go into each of the contestants, you start to realise each of them have a bit of a story, and some of it quite dark. And this is just, there's so much in this that is just so clever. you could see a world where this could possibly happen, which John Mars is very good at writing. There's so many plot twists. The ending I didn't see coming. It's so well written, and it really hammers home into the current issues of today: cost of living crisis, our addiction to online, families. Oh, it is so clever. This is either 4.5, 5 star for me. I haven't quite decided. I need to write the review properly, but it's so good. And the whole point, sorry I never mentioned, the whole point of reality TV show is by the end of it, so their child will grow. So like maybe it's like month 2 and their child is now toddlers, or month 3 and their child's now a tween. So the child goes at a kind of rate that is beyond 9 months, so that it's not just 9 months, so they get to teenage, I think. Anyway, by the end of it, whoever's the winning parent or parents, they have the chance to either keep the virtual child or win the equivalent of money that would allow them to have a child in real life and raise them. Bonkers, but also kind of wouldn't surprise you if something like that happened. So good, so clever. John Mars is one of my favourite writers when it comes to spec fic, and I can't wait to figure out what he writes next. He actually says in the notes, the inspiration for the family experiment came from a newspaper article suggesting that a few years from now it will be commonplace for people to start families in the metaverse. For a monthly subscription fee, you'll be able to start a family and spend as much or as little time as you like with them. It's a fascinating concept, and it got the cogs in my brain whirring. The book AI by Design, A Plan for Living with Artificial Intelligence by Catriona Campbell was invaluable in my understanding of AI. I'd recommend it to anyone who wants a basic grasp of the subject. So I was like, what inspired that idea? So it was always really good too. So those are the 2 books I finished. I'm going to start a couple of books this week, so I'll talk to you about that next week. But because I've been so late in finishing this vlog and editing and getting it up, I saw a couple of comments from my reorganising my bookshelf video, where yes, I exposed myself for having lots of books on my shelves that I haven't read, and a couple of you recommended me making a video with maybe a collection of random books from a shelf and talking you through it. So what I was thinking is that maybe I could select 10 books, I mean that could be a series of videos, 10 books from my shelves that I'm interested in, like I haven't read and they're still on my shelves because I want to read them, and maybe talk a little bit about the synopsis and then get you to pick which 2 I should read in the next month. That was my thinking, so let me know what you think of that. I'll maybe do that for next week. Anyway, thanks as always for this very mishmash of a weekend reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like and subscribe. I do appreciate every single time, any second that you spend watching these videos makes is just brilliant, and I love hearing all your comments. And I might not be the fastest responder, but I do respond to all your comments. So yes, thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you again very soon for another weekend reading vlog and a video in between. So catch you later. Bye.